Hi, it's Mr. Pliner, and welcome to Chinuch Matters. Hopefully by now, listeners are beginning to appreciate the awesome strategy of say what you see. And one can see multiple benefits to the enhanced relationship with children that comes from implementation. So let me share another quite powerful and important usage. Sandra Blackart, the author of Say What You See, recommends that parents help children recognize their strengths by acknowledging them through the Say What You See strategy. By recognizing their strengths during the years, children are not susceptible to the opinions and pressures of peers, meaning while the opinions of their parents are still dominating, then children can become immune from the negative effects of peer pressure beginning in the pre-adolescence years and extending through the teenage years and beyond. So we see how important this strategy is in terms of acknowledging children's strengths. Now, what parents don't realize is their own contribution to children's need for peer approval. And that happens because they become dependent on their parents' approval. And approval dependency is like a drug. And once they reach the age when peer relationships dominate their lives, they will start seeking approval from their friends to satisfy their cravings. So Say What You See helps children develop independence from what others think, even their parents and teachers, and rely on themselves because of their strong self-esteem. See, self-esteem develops when children recognize who they are and what strengths they have. Parents are the best informants of children's strengths, and through Say What You See, children will believe what their parents are saying and internalize it. And this internalization is likely to positively impact the children for their entire lives. And the more parents acknowledge their children's huge reservoir of latent strengths, the more these strengths will become a reality in their personalities. Hence, the formula for success is say what you see plus acknowledgement of strength equals building self-esteem and internalization of strengths. Now, in contrast, parents praise even with a say what you see statement are ineffective because children sense their subjectivity. Further, if children hear some praise about themselves and their experience indicates it's not true, the children won't believe their parents, they will lose trust in their parents, and they'll likely become disheartened because of their perceived inadequacy. Praise is only effective if a child already knows that it is true. In contrast, the Say What You See strategy is so much more effective when pinning a factual acknowledgement statement without any hyped praise for the child to an objective Say What You See statement. Then the acknowledgement is considered to also be objective, hence readily believed and internalized. Here are a couple of examples of acknowledgement statements compared to praise statements. Example 1, I see that you remained at the Shabbat table until you finished the main course, even though you appeared antsy. You are such a tzaddik. Right? That was a praise. Okay? Here's the acknowledgement. I see that you remained at the Shabbat table until you finished the main course, even though you appeared antsy. It shows when you know something is really important, you can manage your feelings. You hear the difference? Right, here's example number 2. You showed such good self-control when I asked you to put your toys away and get into bed. You followed through the first time. That's acknowledgement. Here's praise. Do you know what it says about you in Pirkei Avot? Who is mighty? The one who can control the Yetzer Hara. And that's because when I asked you to put your toys away and get into bed, you did it the first time. Yeah, you hear the difference? So, when parents apply the Say What You See strategy often and connect an acknowledgement of a strength to it, It will contribute to the important ingredient of consistent positivity in a true chinuch environment. It'll change your home. Children will perceive their parents respecting them, and they will reciprocate the respect. In the next message, we will discuss applying discipline strategies to say what you see. Have a good day.